Hello and welcome everybody to Trash Talk with Cricket Scrapbook. Welcome back, welcome back. Just gonna get a sense of the week with Vaibhav and Suri with me. Vaibhav, how's this week been for you though?
Bro, week has been kind of hectic, but it's good to have IPL as a saving grace and the small league that the three of us play. It keeps things in view so that we are always keeping tabs of what's happening in the IPL. So it's been fun.
Yeah, man, 100%. And for everybody watching, we're going to be discussing everything around the week today. All the matches that have happened, all the fun stuff that's going on the back end. A few things came out that I really want to talk about. So leave your comments down below during the stream as well. Let us know what you want us to talk about, and we'd be happy to include that as well. Let's get a sense of the week from Suri. Suri, how was the week for you, bro?
Interesting. I think we've hit the halfway stage right now. And
Yes, the
because
halfway.
we hit the halfway stage, now we seem to understand who's going to be in the bottom four, who's going to be in the top four. I feel more or less is going to be the census from now on. But
Yeah, yeah.
again, you never know. The thing about the third, fourth, and fifth and sixth, they might interchange. So coming weeks, that might be a very interesting thing to see. And yeah, even though it's been few one-sided games this week, I'm sure things will change because the double header today and tomorrow. So I'm expecting more clashes, more last over thrills, and hopefully not with my team. Other teams, it's okay. And my team, I just wanted to be like a done and dusted game before you enter the last final overs. So hoping for that. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's see
man.
how
Yeah,
it
man.
goes.
100%. Like we've reached that point in the IPL where everybody has a sense of their top four now. IPL will do IPL. There's always a breakthrough. There's always some team that comes out from the bottom and reaches the playoffs. So there's always that surprise. But I want all of you guys to leave a comment on what you think your top four is going to be. And if you have an outside comment like DC, LSG, RR, we are definitely going to talk about that stuff. Uh,
I also think that there are already signs that there are a couple of teams in the top four are not going to, or they are losing momentum. Let's just say that they are losing momentum.
yeah, I
And
said RR for a reason. Like,
yeah,
yeah, man,
and
100%.
the teams I think that are relying heavily on a couple of players, those teams are like starting to struggle. Whether they have struggled in the earlier part of the tournament or they're struggling now, but teams that rely on one or two players, they are clearly struggling.
But to
Yeah,
be
I think
honest,
it's
yeah.
also when the season starts and a player does well, the team ends up relying on them. Even if sometimes that might not be the plan right out from the beginning. But some performances ask you to look at them and look at them closely, and when they don't follow through and don't have that consistency, then sometimes it does affect the team. Suri, what were you saying?
So I was just saying that, so teams from now on will think about the glory 16 points. So how many wins do we need to get 16 points? And then we are safe. Obviously, they want to be little above that to make sure the first top two finish. But I just feel even Rajasthan Royals will be like, okay, listen, we've won this many games. We just need to win three or four more games, and then we are good. So out of let's say next seven, winning three or four is not a hard thing to do if you think about it because a good start they have. But Rajasthan Royals in the past has done things which are questionable, so we never know. And we got a comment from Yash saying any update on Rohit. Yeah, so according to reports I've seen, Rohit is going to play the game against SRH. So it's a 90% confirmation that Rohit is going to play. And also, their impact player for the past couple of games hasn't been impacting at all, who took the place of Rohit. And youngster obviously cannot blame him on that, but Rohit is definitely coming. He was actually more likely fit last game itself, but they didn't want to unless a player is 100% fit, they don't want to risk him, especially a player
Yeah,
like Rohit as well. Because
yeah,
if you play with an injury, even if like let's say 10% injury, that might just that might just heighten up during the game, and then he might just be ruled out for the whole um, season. And also, we need Rohit because of the fact that we have ODIs coming after the IPL. So again, I think they're
Yeah.
looking at all of those
But
aspects.
also with Rohit, I think it's one of those things, that once you slowly move towards move towards retiring, like he's playing only one format. I think no matter how fit he is or how fit he looks, match fitness then takes a hit. And I think I'm no expert on this, but the fact that he's not playing all year round, he's just making himself fit for ODIs on the international stage. It has to have an impact on his the time taken to get fit for the match, or the time taken to recover between an injury and the next game. So I think those things
And
play a role. I
and
was
that's true
expecting
across the board.
the last match. Huh? Yeah, man. Continue.
Yeah, that's true across the board, right? Like with players that are marquee players that people trust, and that if they end up becoming injured, all of our stars are aging. So I was watching Kohli last night. After the 40th ball, even he seemed a little, tired and a little like he was walking a bit slower. He was running. He's taking a single a bit slower. Rohit hasn't been seen for the last 4 games. Allah is so embarrassed of his knee. He's not coming out of the fucking dressing room. So at the end of the day, you have this kind of sense where the new age is taking over. But that being said, I feel like there've been a lot of ups and downs in the IPL, which we're going to talk about later as well. Leave your comments down below on which injuries you guys think is team defining, season defining for you guys, and let us know what you guys think.
Talking about injuries, we need to talk about the bright side. For Delhi, Stark is back. I don't think he'll be playing today, but I think the next week, I think Stark is going to play. So Cummins gonna play it tonight. So that's a big boost. So we've
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about the downside of injuries, but also let's talk about the hope that these
Question.
injured players before, fit players now, are going to be for the teams, and especially in the business end of the tournament. Certain players
Question.
will boost. Yeah.
Question from my end. You spoke about Stark being fit from the next game, Pat Cummins being fit, and Hazelwood is bowling decently well. Question from my end: do you think Cameron Green is going to be fit to bowl very well?
Meanwhile, one KKR fan like, अरे हमारा भी है भाई, हमारा भी
I
है कोई
think
देख लो.
we discussed this last week. It's not about, sometimes it's not the injury issue, it's a skill issue. I
It's
think he's
Yes.
not. It's
worried
not
about
with KKR. Look, okay. Let's be honest. At this point, mathematically, KKR does have a chance. They're on 3 points after 7 games. If they win all the next seven and get 14 points in, that lands them at 17. So mathematically, they have a chance. And
even
that answers
KK
Yash's
fan is
question as well.
laughing right
Yash says,
now.
Yash says, I don't think MI can qualify at this. Not the same MI anymore. Yash, man, like we've seen MI do crazy shit before. I wouldn't. I would still not rule them out entirely. Yes, 4 points after 7 games is a bad start. It's a bad start by anybody's standard. But I would not be ruling MI out straight up.
And also the issue when Rohit was there as a captain and also the management was different, little different. The issue was whenever MI lost, let's say 5 games on the trot or 6 games on the trot, the management was still believing. So I've seen a video where Ambani, like the one who's sitting near the ground, when the team was losing,
Messiah, Lion King.
he just left. Akash Ambani, yes, he just left, and he was just walking in front of the dugout to go there to go home.
Listen, elephants taking a shit in Vantara are giving better performance. Why wouldn't he? Think about it. Like,
I mean, the thing is the attitude problem, and also Hardik is very animated for some reason. I don't understand. He's just way too animated. The way he's trying to marshal his troops, there's no that calm energy. It's good to be aggressive. There are players like Kohli who were aggressive from point A to point Z on the whole game, but the aggressiveness is different, and this seems more like anger, frustration,
it's
and
upset. It's not. It's
he's
not
yeah,
competitive.
he's displaying against his teammates, against everyone, and also the energy matters. I feel. Yeah. So I feel MI
Uh,
issues are within themselves. That's it. There's no opposition coming to beat them. They're just beating themselves down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weapon?
So
that
this year
brings me
difficult.
to think. I mean, just out of curiosity, I know we have not even touched our topics yet, but who do you think have been good captains so far in this IPL, and why? And who do you think have been really bad captains? Like I have a couple for really bad.
If your name starts with if your last name starts with a P and it is not Patidar, you're probably having a bad IPL as captain. This IPL has kind of shown. And if your
No,
last
no.
name starts with an R, you're not having anything better either,
There are
Rahane.
good captains, I feel.
So
I'm not
Parag has been a good captain. His name starts with a P, so I'll just point that out.
Well, I mean, Parag was a good captain.
Bro, his bowling attack, I would say, is not the most strong bowling attack because Archer in IPL has not been that great. But this year he's been able to pull through some performances. Yes, on in batting they're reliant on Jaiswal
Jurel more
and
than Parag. I would have picked Parag to be the person who outperforms Jurel, but it's the other way right now.
yeah. No, but
Parag
Parag as
has
a
showed
captain
some
I think is doing well.
inconsistencies. No, the thing is, Parag, a lot of times he was not able to give his main bowlers the full quota of overs. He's experimented with a lot of people like Vijay Sharma coming for bowling his first one 18th over and the 20th over, second or 20th over. So he's done a lot of things which is very unorthodox. Now, thing about unorthodox is sometimes it works, but when you have a top line bowling attack where you have people like Archer, Berger who are bowling really well. Sometimes they didn't finish their quotas. But thing is, sometimes you have to understand that your strength is these bowlers and also the opposition when these bowlers come into bowl. There's a kind of fear in all of these youngsters as well, the batters as well. So I feel certain aspects he is not done well. And talking about bad captains, the we know Rahane is not done well in certain ways because of the way he's talking, the communication with his team, and also the media. That's one of the things. And and also Delhi, Akshar Patel. The fact that he is a World Cup winning bowler, is not finishing his squad, not even sometimes not even bowling his 2 overs. And even with SRH, he just bowled 2 overs and is still thinking if a left-hander is there, I'm not going to bowl to any left-hander the whole tournament. Sometimes you just have to back yourself up. Just because there's left-handers and you don't bowl, that as a captain you need to put your hand up and say, okay, I'll get this breakthrough. And also batting. Sometimes he's just batting number 8, number 9. And Aksa in World Cup he used to bat way before that. Remember the World Cup final? He was batting in number 3, number 4 along with Kohli. Like that was his status. And him being captain, he need to put his hand up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think to a large extent, DC has had a lot of issues with their bowling. I think Aksar is a part of those issues, and that's why he kind of like takes himself out of the equation. But you're right on that. He should definitely back himself. He's the captain. He's the guy who's supposed to step up. And if he won't show the confidence of taking on, like Kohli says, take on the toughest guy on the opposite team. If batting, you take on the toughest bowler.
Delhi
You know.
unfortunately had timid captains like KL Rahul, now Aksar. They're not having this captain who taking this aggressive mindset and trying to be the person in the team to just be like, listen, I'm gonna take this team home
I
tonight.
also think that Kuldeep Yadav somewhere along the line has lost his confidence once again because there was a time
Yes.
when Kuldeep Yadav used to come out to bowl and we all knew that it's time for a wicket. I think somewhere because Varun Chakravarti was preferred in the Indian team over Kuldeep, and that took a dent on his confidence. Then Varun is not performing. Kuldeep is also now not performing. So I feel that has been a key issue for Delhi because on the fast bowling front, see, I think Lungi Ngidi is bowling well, but he's the only bowler I think who's bowling well. And Kuldeep, I think Aksar, I don't know, like for example, we used to say Dhoni was a great captain of spinners. He used to bring spinners and he used to control the game. Kohli, I think, at least in Test matches, was a great captain of fast bowlers. Like he like developed Siraj. He brought back Ishan Sharma. He was really good in that regard. I feel Akshar Patel has a problem that he's not trusting his spinners, whether it's himself or even Kuldeep, because in the game against Chennai, they went for 212 runs or something, maybe 210. And Kuldeep bowled just 2 overs and gave 20 odd, which is just par for the course. But Kuldeep is a bowler because of the type of deliveries he bowls, he will take wickets. And Chennai had taken only like that, lost only 2 wickets. So I felt it was worth a gamble to play Kuldeep, give him more overs rather than just giving say 1 or 2 overs that he ended up getting. So
Hmm.
those overall, I think Delhi is getting a lot of things wrong. Even in batting, I think what is Nisanka doing opening so often when he's clearly not performing, right? And
Hmm.
they have players like, okay, even if you don't want to give Prithvi Shaw a chance, there is a Karun Nair who's in the
Even if you don't
dugout.
want to go with any of them, Marsh and Markram are a proven success. They were really good last season. They were, in fact, one of the better opening pairs last season.
But Marsh
But
and
And
Markram
like,
two
play
different
for
teams, bro.
Lucknow Super Giants.
no, yeah, I'm saying they are not doing the same thing either. Like, it's just good working opening combinations are being removed, and I think it's because teams are under pressure to use that power play more, like to get the most out of those first 6 overs, regardless. And because they have the impact player rule, they feel like they don't have to go. If they know that a batting pair is working, that's actually they look at who's the one aggressing, and then they try and change the other one now, and that upsets the balance of a lot of opening pairs.
Hmm. Yash
Fair enough.
says both Mumbai and Arsenal losing. See, Arsenal losing is a different aspect altogether. They are bottling it up. It's like, in cricketing terms, it's like Punjab losing all their games now, and then suddenly, last game, they need to just win to qualify top four. It's like that for Arsenal. And comparing Arsenal to Mumbai is different. Mumbai is just bottling it up since game one. So, yeah, weird cricketing and football terms.
Yeah,
There are
yeah. All
similarities.
right. With that, we're going to head into our very first topic of the week. Let's talk about the week that has been. So this was kind of a week of one-sided affairs, I felt, guys. Like, okay, let's start with the week that has gone by, and let's go match by match. Um, we'll start with RR versus KKR because that was kind of the start of last week. And KKR actually won that. So that's actually pretty good news for Weber. So I'm going to let Weber take over and talk about, you know, going forward, what is KKR looking at next season, maybe.
Two things. You're saying good news. I won't say it's a good news. And so the sarcastic reason for why it's not good news is because I said I won't be surprised if KKR loses all 13, but they have now won one. So it's bad that my prediction has not come true. But what's actually bad, and this I'm serious about, is that they never looked like winning until like right at the end. KKR
Yeah.
were 81 for 6. Come on. They were 5 for 2, 37 for 3, 40 odd for 4. And like every 10 runs, they kept on losing a wicket unless until like right at the end, a bowler whom we don't even expect to like contribute with the bat came out and played a few shots and showed some really good temperament. So I'm happy about that. That okay, these guys performed and Rinku like scored some,
Also
and
stood there for a bit.
yeah, so high time that he performed. So good for him, but I don't think it is a win that will leave the dressing room with any sort of confidence.
Was this
But
at
we'll
the
take a win.
KKR? Was this a KKR home game or was this a Royals home game?
I'm
I think it
not
was a
sure.
Royals home game.
KKR home game.
It's a yeah.
So then
Like,
this is kind of a trend this week because all the teams that have played at home have won with significant margins at home this entire week. So when you think about it, Punjab
I
Kings,
wouldn't say
LSG, Punjab.
Rajasthan and KKR significant margin, but others, sure.
Yeah, I mean, look, Punjab Kings, LSG, 54 runs. Mumbai Indians in Mumbai won by 99. The moment they leave Mumbai, they lose by 103. Sunrisers won by 47 runs at home, won again by 10 runs at home, which was still a pretty comfortable victory, even though it wasn't like massive runs or anything. But in that, CSK never looked like they were even close. They never even had a sniff that entire game.
They had
Um,
till the 10th over, the chance of winning was 80%. And
yeah, but
then
but
your
then
Arsenal
bowlers
was
really came
50.
in.
they
Your bowlers really
royally
came
messed
in.
up after that. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. RR LSG, RR winning by at home by 40 runs and RC winning at home by 7 wickets. So,
I would say before you proceed, I would just say that the bigger trend for me is how many matches the team batting first has now won. Because in the first 3 weeks, and we did speak about it quite at length, that teams win the toss, they chase, they win the game. And it was being very one sided. And while many of the games this week are still one sided, I'm glad that the trend is changing and that teams batting first are also winning because this brings back certain amount of parity into the game and you don't just want it to be win the toss, win the game kind of a scenario. And so it again goes to prove that if you are able to bat first and score big, you have a chance of winning. But if you score 160 odd, even if you take 6 wickets in your first 10 overs, you just need one partnership and you lose the game. Case in point,
Yeah.
KKR's win.
See, some people, some teams had the option to bat first. Unlike our team, we are always put to bat first. Imagine losing 7 tosses.
Yes.
India knows. India feels.
Indian, yes. Indian family.
India's way worse. India what lost to 14 or not for 12 to 14 something.
17. I think it was 17
Yes,
tosses in a
it
row
was
that we
17, I
lost
think.
in T20s. Because there was some
But that's
ODIs in the
okay.
middle that we won, but T20s we lost like
There
17
were
in
in
a
the
row.
whole 17 games, let's say around 10 tosses were insignificant because of the other team, which was not a very big team. But IPL is a kind of place where every team is
Every
strong.
team is equal, yeah.
Even let's
Would you
say
guys also say that pitches are now becoming a bit slower than they were?
have to
Is
happen.
that something that you guys is looking at as well? Like
I
because this is
think
something.
gradually it is about to happen. I'll let Suri take over, but I think gradually it's about to happen. The only thing
Maybe.
is, the only thing I am concerned about is that I don't want it to become dust bowls because, yeah, while 300 again and again is not interesting, but 140 again and again won't be interesting either. So I hope that we still
Yeah.
continue to get 160, 180 games, um, despite it turning. So,
What do you
yeah.
guys think? Leave in the comments below. Do you guys think the pitches are slowing down, and what do you think that's going to do to the bowling?
It is slowing down for two reasons. I feel it is summer and temperatures have been soaring, even in places which, like Bangalore, it used to be, even summers used to be little mild, but it's becoming more and more intensive, which is why Manny bought a new AC. And so
Yeah,
that's
man.
exactly why I think the pitches are just getting. There's been occasional summer rains, and but thing is, it's not enough to make the pitches be more active and be more like a lively again. So I think we are going to a stage where, yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I'm happy about it because it gives bowlers a good, decent chance. And I've seen a lot of bowlers have been doing really well. But my only issue is it cannot go even more degrading because that means it'll just take the batters out of the equation. But again, I think depends on the ground also. Like if you say a ground like Hyderabad or a Mumbai, even though if we play one more month on the same pitches, it'll still be fine. It won't really go into a
That
point
actually
where
brings me to another factor. RCB is changing their home ground. Sorry, as RCB fan, we are moving from Chinnaswamy to Raipur. So I'm not assuming that pitches there are going to be slowing down anytime soon. It's a fresh ground. RCB's just landed up there. So I think RCB games are still going to have that factor of high scoring,
But
at least longer than other teams.
But the issue there would become that it's a absolutely fresh ground. I don't know how many matches have been played there in the past. So I wouldn't know what to expect. I mean, two games could be really competitive in terms of run scoring, but two games could be really low scoring as well. So being a venue which doesn't get too many games, I'm not sure whether we can rely on just it being a fresh pitch because they might not have like had time to prepare it as much, or historically just maybe the quality of the venue. I'm not saying it's a bad venue. I'm just saying we don't know. So I just
you
want to
just
put
have
that.
to go with certain statistics. So Raipur, if I'm not wrong with my memory, but I think it's a black soil pitch, and so it will have a lesser bounce. The ball will be a little slower as well. But also, when you know it's a black soil pitch, when the ball is coming to you a little slower, you actually kind of plan your innings in certain ways, so which might benefit RCB as well because of the fact that there are players in RCB who can make the strokes happen.
Oh
Not
yeah. Oh yeah.
don't
100%.
have to worry about timing part of it. They can just like smash the ball, toss the line. I think in that way it's good. It's about clever tactics. I give an example about SRH since last year. So like we've discussed an option where Ishan Malinga is doing the reverse of the reverse swing, and usually reverse swing never happens af- before 30th over or 35th over. generally speaking, in test match or ODIs and T20 is never an option because you don't bowl that many overs. You just bowl 20 overs. But if you see every game, because I watch every single game since all these years, since last year, every ball that's going to the wicket keeper is going with one tap to the wicket keeper. The ball is being every single ball with that goes in the outfield. It's not going to the wicket keeper with a direct catch. It's going with a couple of bounces all the time, and so I've actually started paying even more attention because you don't pay attention to all of these, right? These aspects of the game. But ever since the last two games, I've been keeping an eye on this, and it's literally every ball that's going to the outfield, except when it is a run out chance or something, it goes direct. But if not, every single ball. I think it's just these small, small things that teams will have to employ to counter certain things, like, to also make things happen. If you always think about, oh, this is summertime in India, it's towards the end of the IPL, so the pitch is going to behave this way. So we just have to, like, put our hands up and just let things happen to us. Sometimes you just have to make things happen to yourselves, and certain teams are kind of doing it as well.
Also, like just
Yeah.
coming back to Manny's question, like previous point that RCB is moving their venue. I would not be concerned for RCB as a RCB fan because I think the quality of batting that RCB possesses, they have a very well-rounded batting unit, and no matter the type of venue, they can score well, and especially like if it's going to be low, Kohli can adapt to anything. So, and Kohli is currently the number one run getter in terms of the most number of runs scored. There's Particle as well. There is like the captain Patidar. So I don't see an issue as such for RCB, but it'll be interesting with the change in venue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any
Gonna
particular
be
match
very
of the
interesting.
past week that you want to discuss, Manny, or any?
I have a lot actually, but I think we should first go into let's just go into team reviews first, and then we'll talk about like the highlights of last week. All right.
Sure, sure.
So we'll quickly go through our teams. Now, the team review for people that don't know, we're only going to be reviewing the three teams that the three of us like. If you want your team to be reviewed, please make a comment. Otherwise, if your team is doing some crazy shit, we're probably going to talk about it as well. But yeah, if you want your team to be reviewed, leave a comment down below and let us know. So let's start with the Sunrisers Hyderabad, obviously, because they are having a very nice week. Who's having a good week,
Yeah.
Suri?
Cute week. But it's good because the fact that we had last three games at home really benefited us, and three on the trot, which is always a great sign because you never actually see, except like Punjab and everything this season, it's very difficult to get three on the trot. And being at home, despite losing all the tosses, which I feel is just astronomically very hard to deal with.
Yeah.
We always been batting first. So I feel I want our team to win a toss and maybe bat second because we haven't batted second at all so far. So I want certain challenges to be there for the team before we get into even a business end, which is going to be the last three or four games. So far, so it's good. Pat's coming tonight, so which makes the combination even better. But a little worried because of the fact that Ishan Kishan has been doing well as a captain, and he has a good rapport with all the Indian bowlers because he can communicate with them much more clearly. And even with Pat coming, even Ishan Kishan is still going to be vocal with all of the bowlers. But yeah, so far he's been doing well, so it's just going to be interesting to see how this will pan out.
So,
So
question for you, Suri: Do you think that it impacts captaincy when your like a strong leader comes back into the side and your current leader is also there? So, do you think it impacts a team like SRH, or is the team unity there in SRH for it to pull through?
they do have because Pat is again he's more like a leader than a captain. So he's going to take inputs very often from the senior players in the team. So he will be a leader who wants to listen than to command more. So being that person is very important. And also, Pat knows himself that Ishan Kishan is the one who got the team so far in this season. So he won't just come and just start dictating terms. I think he'll still give Ishan the owners. He'll give Ishan the power to make decisions. And Pat himself needs to settle in. So he's coming from a long injury where he hasn't played competitive cricket since last Ashes.
Yeah,
So
that was just one game then. Yeah.
yeah. So it's just going to take a little bit more time, and I feel it's going to be like a co-captainship with both Kishan and Pat leading the charge. And I feel all the youngsters and even the existing members will look at Pat and they get inspired. It's almost like the energy. Like if you see Dhoni coming in or something, if you see certain big players coming in, the natural leaders coming in, so suddenly you'll get inspired. Suddenly you want to do a lot more for your team and all of that. So I think, yeah, that can happen.
What about RCB, Manny? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm just getting a call. I'll
Oh,
join the call back in like 3-4 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
join again. It's all good.
my favorite part of this week is just Virat Kohli's stat sheet. 800 fours,
Aura,
300 sixes,
aura
orange
farm.
cap holder.
Yeah, I think RCB
Oh,
is
Weber, I can't hear you.
um still not hear me. Can't hear me. Join back. So it seems like we had a technical failure. If you can hear me in the comments, can you just drop comments saying that you're able to hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know in the live chat. Manny, can you hear
Perfect.
me right now?
Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just weird tech. Anyway, but yeah. So my favorite thing of this week, Virat Kohli. I'm just gonna get right back into the conversation because I feel like this was my golden. Um, not gonna waste time. Yeah. So 800 fours, 300 sixes, 9 centuries in T20s, eight in IPL. Uh, yeah, over seven and a half, 8,500 runs at this point, and with about 5,000 of those runs coming purely in boundaries, it's just it's a mad record to have. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was evident with the last night's game. Like, I want to talk about last night's game because so Sai Sudarshan is a centurion, right? Like he hit like a really good 100. It wasn't slow. It was about 58 balls, and yeah, okay, maybe Chinnaswamy maybe needs like a 50 ball 100 instead of 58, but he was marginally over. He might have been like, if a strike rate had been like 20 or 30 more, it might have been way better. But just a little bit lacking.
I'll just say sorry. The issue wasn't Sai Sudarshan's 158. He was maybe 5 balls slow. The issue was his partnership with Gill, because Gill at the other end was 32 in 24. And Gill is also in the top 5 run scorers, and Gill is doing really well. In the last innings, he made 100 of 50 odds. So it's not that Gill isn't capable of scoring at a high strike rate. But clearly, yesterday, he wasn't able to get going. And I think at playing like yesterday, when Kohli and Padikkal were batting, GT looked 40 run short. I'm not going to lie. GT looked 40 run short. Like the only way they could have won this match was if they scored 240, and then also they needed that mini collapse that RCB had in between. Otherwise, even 240 wouldn't have been enough.
And maybe Romario Shepherd, that was yet to come. So actually, we still had him in the bank when they won.
Yeah. So I just also feel that RCB has so much that they are able to rely on any player pulling through at any point and like putting their hands up. And like we want to discuss Pranal Pandya also in a little bit, but any player, it's not like there is a particular player that you can identify and say that he's having a bad tournament. I don't think you can tell that from any of the players that
Yeah,
have
no,
performed.
maybe there was something about Jitesh, but I think last game he was still good. That
Yeah.
10 runs, good 10 runs. No issues. We were facing a collapse, wickets were falling, things happen. But I do not believe that speaks to his quality at all. So yeah. Yeah, it's happy days for RCB, but it's happier days for Punjab Kings, and I think we should discuss that before we come to KKR.
No, no. I think before we even do that, I think because Yash has asked about GT, so we should just quickly address GT, and then we'll move on to the other teams. Um, so he's saying everyone's saying GT middle order is trash. I think they are more stubborn by keeping SRK. Uh,
In this country, you don't get rid of SRK without some serious issues. Just saying.
yeah. I also think that GT, while people say that the middle order is trash, it is also true that their top order by themselves got them through to the qualifiers last year.
Yeah,
So
they
you don't
maybe
need,
have the best top order in the tournament with the
yeah.
trashiest middle order in the tournament.
But my point being, you don't, you even if you have a good middle order, right? How many balls will they get to face if your top order is so strong? Case in point, Rinku Singh for India. How many balls has Rinku Singh played for India given that our top order is so strong?
Less
Yes,
than
it's good
30.
to say you'll
Easily
play
less than
eight
30.
batters, but your middle order will usually not get to face anything. And that's probably why Rinku is out of form as well. Okay,
Yeah.
debatable, but one of the
Yeah,
reasons.
yeah, no, 100%, man. Like, and look, Shah Rukh Khan has never been a special batsman. He's always been somebody who's there to fill a space. He's
Yeah.
not, he's never, like, nobody's looking at, usko naam ke liye hi rakha hai. Like, quite literally, figuratively, performance wise, usko naam ke liye rakha hai. ठीक है आज तक जिस टीम में उसको नाम के लिए ही रखा है so it's one of those things where you do if you do get rid of him, who do you replace him with? Like Kagiso Rabada can't bat as well. You have a bit of an issue with GT where they don't have anyone good to replace him. Maybe if they go into like a transfer window before the next year's IPL and like they get a few good transfers, get like a Jadeja or something through, I don't know.
The
But
issue also is that Rahul Tewatia is not performing like he used to. So with the
it was
bat,
like Rahul Tewatia is one of those people who landed up like मैं MC हूँ जो इसमें आया. Like he was nowhere close to being a finisher until like 4 years ago when
yeah,
suddenly like 3 matches in a row he hit like 3 sixes or 4 sixes each game, and then the world just created it around him. Like आज से तुम finisher.
another player in the same window for me is Washington Sundar because he's a good batter and he's a decent bowler, but I don't in T20 I don't see him as either a batter or a bowler. He's
Washi is a much better red ball player than white ball, for me at least. Like Washi is so much more of a better red ball player because he's got the resilience, the determination, the patience, all three things that you don't need in IPL. He's kind of suffering in a bit of a fish out of water situation.
so Suren, we just to catch you up, we were discussing GT because Rush
GT.
had posted that he thinks that GT's middle order is trash.
Hmm.
So, if you have any thoughts on GT's batting and middle order in particular, feel free to share them.
I think everyone saying GT middle order is trash. Everyone is right. They're stuck with two players like Shah Rukh Khan and Rahul Tewatia,
अगर
who
आपको लगता है कि सब आपके बारे में सोचते हैं बेवकूफ हो तो सही
who
सोचिए.
it's almost like this. Okay, you feel okay. One or two games in the past, Rahul Tewatia has won you a game. Okay, but to understand the fact that that means you're expecting him to win one game on his own in a season, but that won't get you anywhere in the IPL. You need someone who's consistent, at least does it maybe for at least 3 or 4 games per season. That is still good. But expecting this one person to do something
Yeah,
magical again, and also
yeah,
the kind of openers they have. And Sudarshan got a century yesterday, last night. And honestly, the hate which they got because of the fact that Sudarshan is still not uh, doing it a good strike rate. He's still doing it like let's say a 150 or 160 strike rate. You want him to go little above. The fact they're getting the hate is because they know there's no batting after that. After him, Gill and Butler, there's no batting. That means the onus of the whole team lies on these three guys. So the pressure is suddenly being
this particular Shah Rukh
also,
Khan isn't even Jawan anymore. He used to be, but
yeah. And GT has good bowling. Like GT is not like they have a bad bowling or something. They have a really good bowling attack. It's just that the middle order is not supporting. And
imagine
also
SRK Rabada Kavada कर रहा है.
they list Rahul Tewatia as an all-rounder. I've never seen him bowl. Never. They every time they list him as an all rounder, and I'm just like,
Listen,
when will he even bowl?
Bhuvi is the same level all rounder as Tewatia, I would say, personally speaking.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
for me, Bhuvi is just as good.
yeah, and Rahul,
Okay,
I
fine,
never seen him
Romario.
bowl.
Fine,
Yeah,
Romario. Weber was like, nahi, put some respect on it. Fine, Romario.
yeah. Romario is good in both ways. Romario got a hat trick
Yeah,
in the World Cup.
very recently, very recent.
On the World Cup, exactly. So you just need to put some respect in his name. And Rahul
Yeah, yeah,
Tewatia,
100%.
take respect off his name.
So,
It's a
Mani,
Okay,
which
fraud.
team do you want to discuss next?
yes, yes. So I want to ask Webhub. So we are doing team reviews. I've reviewed Suri's review. Do you want to talk about KKR or because
What do you
KKR's
want to talk about
review
KKR?
is
What do
KKR
you want
won't
to
have a
talk about
review. KKR
What
have
is
a
there to
rear
review?
view.
There should be something to review.
KKR?
Ganguly can play.
Like,
No.
I will just say, Ami KKR, and elections are happening next week. So we will see who comes into power after election.
Nice.
So
Are you hoping that will
Nice.
change the fate of your
Who
team?
knows, ladies and gentlemen, based on who might come into power, Weber might have to work at this time during the week. You never know.
very true.
Anyway, that's a very nuanced joke that maybe like three other people on planet Earth would get, so ignore it. Let's come back to our talking point for this week. First one starting with injuries this season. And I want to start this off by saying that IPL just hasn't been a good spot for X Factor players this season. Like you talk about people that want to be X Factor and are failing, or you talk about known given X Factor players like Rishabh Pant who come out, try to be X Factor, go 0 for 3, retired hurt. So, like
I heard.
how there've been quite a lot of injuries this IPL. Leave down the comment below which injury hurt you the most. But let's talk about injuries, guys. I'll start with Suri. Suri, which injury do you think has been the worst injury this IPL?
Worst injury.
Yes. And Mitch
Hmm.
Santner's shoulder head concussion does not count. That is not. What the fuck? What happened there?
I think for
Which
that
you want to
injury, I
talk
need
about?
more details. Because honestly, from
So
the dressing room, it looked like he's wearing this whole bandage and he says he hit his head when he was doing the dive and everything. But I feel there should be more
Transparency.
details or more
I
analysts
think that's
trying to
what I think.
uncover
The
that.
whole world was like, shoulder se head mein concussion kaise pahunch gaya?
Yeah, it seems he hit his head on the ground, but the fact is, how much ever you try to change certain things, if it's still not helping your team win, there's no point. How much ever
I
can
know we're
empires help
talking about
you?
injuries. I know
Hmm?
we're talking about injuries, but it still is like I don't have words for it. It's still confusing me. It's still putting my mind in like multiple different scrambles that Mumbai is playing so poorly. Mumbai has like they can make two international teams from their squad, and they will be more competitive than half the teams that played in the last T20 World Cup. And they still need to rely on things like a PR angle on an injury to replace a player. And like, look, I may be wrong, but this is the optics. I don't believe this is an injury. I really don't. I think that they just do not want to say that they're dropping an international captain and that the international captain has not been performing well, and they just want to put a cover up on it. And a small injury has happened, and they are like using napalm over it, sort of to hide it. um
Imagine what that would feel like for Santner. Like, मैं ठीक हूँ. अरे हम ठीक है भाई. Have you seen that scene from Gangs of Wasseypur? हम ठीक है पिताजी. अरे ठीक कैसे है? ठीक कैसे है? But that was Mumbai management last game. Like just slapping Santner, putting him on the table. इसको ठीक करो.
For me,
Yeah.
other than Mitch Satner injury, which again is not injury per se, the other injury which really not surprised me but also kind of shocked me was Ayush Matre, and he was doing really well as well. And Ayush Matre could have been just a week or maybe max to max 2 weeks off, but because they pushed him when he had the hamstring tear and they made him run, they made him stay on the pitch which seems to be in the fact that, again, Gaikwad's captaincy was way off charts. Like he was just screwing it up more for the youngster. And you have to understand that when you have a grade one tear, they immediately need to start giving it rest, not exerting it more, because for it to get to grade one to grade two tear is very fast and double or triple the recovery time. So Ayush Matre, I feel that was a big blow for Chennai, and Chennai is doing well, but it's because of maybe the last couple of games Samson has been doing really well. But imagine an Ayush Matre with that person suddenly is going to look like a much stronger team. So I think that injury was, I think, defining for CSK. They might still somehow make it, but they have to fight against the clog
Yeah,
the
man.
most.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be difficult for them, but
I mean,
let's.
let's just count this out really, really quick because I have the list in front of me and I Googled it and now I want to talk about it. So these are all the injuries and retired outs that have happened this entire season in the IPL, right? Rishabh Pant from LSG got retired hurt. Rohit Sharma retired hurt. Akshar Patel hurt. Ayush Matre probably out for the season. Krunal Pandya from RCB has a hamstring injury. Sam Curran from RR. Harshit Rana, Nathan Ellis, Jack Edwards, Atharva Ankolekar. Matisha Patirana, Josh Hazelwood was out for half a season. Pat Cummins just coming back. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, no sign. So I think from an injury perspective, this might be one of the most cursed IPLs. And do comment below if you agree. And if you've missed out on an injury, do comment
No, no,
below.
they've
I
been
think
worse
somewhere,
than this before.
I think
Honestly, they've
somewhere
been worse than
Sanjeev
this.
Goenka also might have hit his head because he's being really nice to a team that, at this point, I'm like, bhai chilla le.
No, no. Sanjeev Goenka is not being nice. Sanjeev Goenka needs to be nicer. Sanjeev Goenka has bought this team, and I mean, which side ends their batting at number 7, which is like 5 down, even after an impact player rule? There are teams that are batting till number 9 and number 10 because of the impact player rule, and here at number 7, your batting is getting over. And this is even when Pant is fit. This is even when Mukul Chaudhary is playing. Sanjeev Goenka has no one to blame. You have 120 crores, just like every other team in the IPL, to build a squad, and still this happens because you spend 28 crores or 27.5 crores on one player. I mean, I'm not begrudging the player. He's my favorite player in the entire world, is Rishabh Pant. But is giving this much amount to a player worth it when you can't build an entire squad around it? I think, and Manny knows this. I've given Manny a hard time about this forever because RCB used to do the same thing. Give Kohli 18 crores, 21 crores when the entire budget, entire
Bowling
cost
में
is
कौन है? Sachin baby Stewart भी नहीं.
18. So, yeah, I mean, there is nothing that, and Sanjeev Goenka has. I don't think he's been a good owner, apart from giving money to players on time. If that is the definition of a good owner, then maybe he is better than this Kochi Tuskers Kerala. That's
Damn. Damn. G-San's in the chat. No, I'm kidding. Uh, okay, let's get to our next topic, which is fast bowling dominating IPL so far. I'm going to start this by saying look at the purple cap leaderboard currently, which has Anshul Kamboj with 14, Prince Yadav 13, Ishan Malinga with 12 for SRH, Prasidh
SRH.
Krishna, Prasidh Krishna with 12, uh, and Jofra Archer with 11 wickets in 7 matches.
Yes,
Uh, all of these being fast bowlers. I believe the next 7 in the list are also fast bowlers, exception of Bishnoi there.
yes. Do you know what
So,
stands out to me?
what?
That right at the bottom of the table, right at the bottom of the table on number 15, we have Mr. Karthik Tyagi who's from KKR.
Okay, back
I
to
think
team reviews, guys.
he was doing really well. I'm happy for
Wait,
him.
I am happy for KKR. I
No,
say
no,
KKR.
no. I'm not happy for KK. I'm happy for him.
Hey, Karthik Tyagi currently performing better than Shami in terms of wickets. So, something to take back.
Yeah, fair enough. But Yes, when okay, let's not get to KKR, but yeah, fast bowlers are doing well.
Most of
Fast
the
bowlers are doing
youngsters,
really well.
most of these are youngsters. I mean,
I also
especially
I also think Rashid Khan has begun to show his real age, which he's been lying to the world about, because the ball is just not coming out as quick from
Which is
those
what,
hands.
32 or 33?
Probably
What's the
close to 57, 58, I'm sure.
I think he's slowed
Afghanis don't
down
age, bro.
ever since he got married twice. Is the thing is he your exertion as a male human being, like
He figured
when
out there are
Keep
better
it
things to
going
spin.
there now.
no, in the first marriage, if you have one wife, you're already operating at 100% capacity. Now you have two wives. That means you are mentally, physically completely drained out.
I
So
can't
imagine.
wait for this to be cut into a reel and this getting 100K views.
I'll be in trouble also, the same thing. But yeah, it happens when man gets married, it
Yeah,
changes
man.
things. But
But
Twice.
getting
we all
married
know.
twice,
But okay, let's come back to topic. We all know that eventually wickets are gonna slow down. So give me your top three spinners that you think would make it into the top five purple cap winners by the end of the season.
Go
it'll
Suri.
be a very tough catch up
It
because
is. It is like well, Anshul Kumar like 14 wickets. The first spinner in line has got 11.
okay,
So
for
Bishnoi,
me, I feel Akil Hussain can get there because of the fact that he's a good spinner generally, and also he plays for Chennai. So in Chennai, he has to play.
exactly.
So he might just get a couple of wickets. I mean,
Yeah,
per
he's
game.
definitely
I
got the
think.
best launching board with Chennai. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. As long as the team has right-handers, he's good. He'll come. He'll get you wickets.
Also, he bowls in the power play. So power play
That's what I'm
is
saying. The power
he's
play
gonna bowl
opening
more.
batsmen are right-handers. He's okay. But thing is, if the guy is good, if the guy is like is in form, he can bowl left-handers as well. I don't understand the fact that the matchups. Understand, okay, matchups are backed by data or analysts from your team, which is all good. I understand the fact, but sometimes you just have to go with your gut skills. Like you just have to go perform. If you always think about, okay, I only will bowl this bowler to this batsman, and everyone else is just coming and going. You cannot be that person. And let's say against Chennai, you're going to play SRH again, and SRH have two left-handers. Now you think they're going to remove Akil Hussain completely from the team? A guy with that form who took 4 wickets, you're going to remove him because SRH has like what, three left-handers in the top three. See, I don't think matchups are sometimes good. Now, the last couple of years, last 3 years, everything is about matchups. Sometimes the player is just in the team because of one matchup. That's about it. And sometimes I just feel players will have to just play the game, man. Doesn't matter. Left arm to right arm, like all these things. Sometimes I just feel, yeah, it's too much. You're just putting too much brains into the game and taking the spontaneity, taking certain skills out of the whole equation. That's what I
True.
feel.
True.
Any other spinners for you, Suri?
If not Akil, uh, hey, even Noor, same team obviously, but even Noor, they have this cute partnership, spin bowling partnership, because you
Chennai's
never see
always
spin
had like
bowling
a
partnership.
spin twin.
Yeah, you always see maybe pace or bowlers partnership. Spin bowlers very difficult because it's very rarely you want to give spinners on the trot multiple overs like that. So
Yeah, yeah.
Noor and Akil have been really good so far, and I wanted to say Suyash, but he's just been dipping since last few games. But initially, the first few games, I thought he's going to be like the top 10 wicket takers in this IPL. But turns out a bit wrong about that. And I don't want to say Krunal as a spinner. I think he's somewhere between medium pacer to
No, no,
again
he's
spinner.
definitely a spinner. I'm counting him in my top three, so he's definitely a spinner.
Yeah, but I don't know. Sometimes Krunal bowling at 120s or something. I don't know if you can call him a spinner or not, but that's okay. Yeah, I think these two. And for me, Harsh Dubey from my team, um, he got 3 wickets in 1 over, bowling the 20th over last game, which is again you never would give spinners that over, but still, yeah, that's one other
But
spinner I feel is really good, and This few spinners like Vipraj and everyone are expecting a lot more, but they're not even getting overs to bowl. So I don't understand if you're not giving these bowlers full quota, so you're not understanding their potential. Every time a bowler is getting hit by 10, 12 runs, they're out of the attack.
Yeah, that's why I hate the impact player rule. I know we are talking about bowlers, and I'll let Manny take over, but impact player rule is taking away from this charm that you have five bowlers or at max with your all-rounders six bowlers, and those guys are supposed to bowl you 20 overs together. So now
Yeah,
what's happening is, as I spoke the other day, Kuldeep Yadav's bowled 2 overs, Akshar Patel himself has bowled 2 overs in a match. And these guys, when your lead spinners, and these are internationals, right? These are not your Vipraj Nigams, these are not Suyash Sharmas, these are main frontline spinners who are banks when it comes to taking wickets. They are not getting the full quota. Then how can you expect them to be at the top of the list?
yeah,
And another trend for me has been the way fast bowlers are being utilized, because in the past slow balls was always a thing. I know we all know this, slow ball was always a thing, but
Mhm.
now a change in slow balls has happened, wherein slow balls earlier used to be full length deliveries towards the yorker length. Now, and even sometimes good length. Now teams are bowling back of the length slower balls, which hold up in the pitch, and players can't play it straight because there isn't enough power to hit it straight down the ground, and you have to hit
If
it
they try and
towards
hit
the
it
square.
square, yeah, if they try and hit square against the wind, that's a wicket.
Yes. And in India nowadays, most of the time you will notice that the side square boundaries are bigger than the longer boundaries. So this is playing into the hands of fast bowlers again, who are taking wickets because of the pitch slowing down more than the spinners. So while I think that spinners will come into play, and if I'm to pick out two or three bowlers, for me it's going to be Yuzi Chahal, because I believe in him that he's going to come back. Of course, we have Bishnoi, who is right amongst the top over there with 11 wickets. But from observing the last game, with the pitches now starting to turn, and I'm not saying this as a KKR supporter, but I think Varun Chakravarti is getting back to his own because of the way he bowled in the last match. So I'll be excited to see how he goes. I still don't think he'll be among the top wicket takers, but he will like start taking wickets now. So I'm excited to see that as an Team India supporter.
it's a very fickle thing, right? He, a few months back, number one T20 bowler in the world, and then IPL starts, and through no fault of his, I mean, he still needs to improve certain aspects of it, but suddenly now he's looking at his confidence and just like, oh my god, what can I do?
Yeah,
And I saw the interview after the Rajasthan game. He's like, thank God the pitch was slow. That's why I got the wickets. For a player on this caliber to say that, well, because the pitch was slow, I was able to get wickets. He's just not. He was not that kind of person before. He's
yeah,
always like, whatever the pitch is, doesn't matter. I'll use my skill to get it. But he was so low on confidence, and also when a team is not performing well, he kind of make these statements, and that's why I feel Ajinkya Rahane said all those things because he's mentally down. And players understand, but a captain has to be strong in the way he
yeah,
says.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
Um, okay, first of all, with the impact player rule, I think it's a shit rule. I think we should definitely have gone with something like the power surge from BBL, because it is far more strategic and far more equal, regardless of who's on your bench and who's not. I think
Yeah,
impact player really puts your bench strength under the microscope, and I don't think that's fair in cricket. It's 11 men
mm.
generally, or it's supposed to
Same
be.
thing. I
yeah.
just feel
11 was
power
11.
surge is going to be really good.
Yeah.
Because from 10th over till the 19th over, 2 overs, and that means your middle order will get tested. It's going to be fun as well
Exactly.
because
It's
a lot of
at
times,
least it's a full team. Right now, it just feels
exactly.
like wrecking balls going up against each other. One breaks, the other one gets lucky.
Yeah. Sometimes we've seen BBL very closely, right? So sometimes the team is doing really well. Power surge happens, they lose wickets. Sometimes they already lose a lot of wickets. Then they have to think about when to strategize to get the power surge on. Sometimes too
We
early,
are
too
we are
late.
heading towards an Indian team, which Three Idiots said it best, which is going to be very well trained. They'll know what to do in a situation where they're sent out to like make 50 runs of 10, but they are not well educated. They don't know what to do when it's 4 wickets down and they have to build an innings. So you are leading to well-trained men, but not well-educated.
See, I will not necessarily disagree with that. I know the way you've put it is a bit crass, but I agree with that to the degree that whenever,
Abhishek Sharma said it himself. He's like, I don't know death batting. I haven't done death batting. That is why I decided I'm going to stick around for a
but
bit and see.
but I think it's bigger than that. When the ball is seaming and swinging, we lose wickets. Case in point, our match against South Africa in the group stage. Um, when the ball is seaming and swinging, when the ball is turning a lot in T20 as Indian cricket team, we struggle. Give us a flat pitch, give us anything close to a flat pitch, we will dominate, and we will dominate so hard that other teams will not even have a chance. But give us a track where it is slightly swinging or seaming or
Moving.
bouncing more or turning, we struggle more than the opposition. And then we rely on, say, Bumrah or Arshdeep or in the past, a Chakravarti to bail us out, which sometimes happens, but sometimes is the cause for
This
a
is
down.
this is also scary, man. Like Vaibhav Suryavanshi it's the second season in the IPL. He's been playing at this level for almost 2 years now, and five dot balls later is all it took to get him the last game. Right?
Yeah.
It was just five really good dot balls, one after the other, got him under pressure, got him to play a stupid stroke. Like, we are sure this is talent. He's raw talent. He's great. But, like, you have to be able to put him under different situations and for him to know how much to unleash or how much to release and how much to hold back. That is an art that comes with more experience in and time in the middle. And that is not happening because we're all blitzing right now in the IPL.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, I think we're gonna straight away go to our second last topic, talk about the Lalit Modi podcast because this is a topic I put in. And viewers, if you guys have something to say, leave comments below about Lalit Modi
I haven't
podcast and if
seen,
you
so
love
you
the
take
Lalit
over,
Modi
Manas.
podcast. So here's the thing, okay, Lalit Modi podcast was in Lalit Modi's home, okay, and Lalit Modi did all Lalit Modi things where he dominated the opposition, and he spoke over them and he showed them their place. And who was the opposition? Vaughan, Michael Vaughan. Michael was just in the place like, मैंने क्या किया भाई? But that entire podcast is extremely entertaining, really fun to watch. Lalit Modi is fighting against Michael Vaughan like he is the Indian Supreme Court. And it is extremely funny. So if you guys
He
get a
could not
chance to watch it, do
he could
watch it.
not push him up.
There was literally a point where Lalit Modi shows him a Ferrari and he's like, I asked my father for a Ferrari, he didn't give me. You know when I got my first Ferrari? And Warren is like, when? Like, when my brother-in-law gifted it to me. Now, when my son is 11, I have gifted him a Ferrari every year since he's 11.
Wow.
हमारा पैसा है ये सारा. Just
Wow.
say it's our collective tax money that he has taken and run that is causing this. So,
No, no. I
like,
like this. मतलब मेरे को लगता है कि देख लूटते तो सब हैं. अगर लूटना है तो उससे मतलब ऐसे अय्याशी करो कि देख के भी मतलब हो कि यार बंदे ने कुछ तो किया है.
he
वरना
has
तो मतलब क्या
32
है.
Ferraris. He has 32, one for each year. He has given his son since the
There was a
boy was 11.
time when people used to run away from the law. What they used to do is they used to be in hiding so that they're not in public eye. So that
He had the
even in
shame.
future, the new government wants to scrutinize them or do justice, whatever it is. But these days, the criminals are just so they're so used to the flamboyant lifestyle. Vijay Amar and everything, they're just flaunting. They're just doing podcasts, this and that, and it was like, man,
This
that
is,
kind of
this is going to be a
cockiness and
template now.
confidence.
Nirav Modi is also coming out with a podcast soon. So, like, scam India, leave India, wait for 10 years, do podcast. Is I think a trend
And
that is
no,
coming up.
the issue is not
Scam
doing
2008
podcasts.
to
The issue is
1990.
in making money through those podcasts. That's
Oh
what I'm worried about.
man.
They're still making money. Imagine that.
But okay, in all fairness, when I saw Lalit Modi podcast, I was a little bit taken aback because ब्रिटिश म्यूजियम ने इंडिया को इतना नहीं लूटा जितना इस बंदे ने बीसीसीआई को लूटा है इन टर्म्स ऑफ मेमोरेबिलिया लाइक देयर वर मोर फेमस बैट इन ललित मोदीज हाउस then there are in probably Virat Kohli's kit bag. Like there are more with Lalit Modi. He has more official memorabilia than Dhoni has stumps. That's
No,
saying something.
that's what I was thinking. Imagine you're running away from your country. You're packing your bags. You just go to the gallery and just take all
एक
the
काम
bags.
करते हैं यार ये सारा बैट वैट वगैरह सब लेके निकलो यार ऐसा मत करो
It's just like everything possible. When you run like a very emergency thing, right? You just take important things and go. But no, you take everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
32
but apart
Ferraris.
apart from this entire scandal of how Lalit Modi set up the IPL and what he's done and everything, there is one thing you can't take away from him, that he is set up a very, very, very successful product. And he said it as much,
Yeah,
that
he knows.
IPL was never just about cricket, and it
Yeah,
still
yeah,
isn't. Like, it is so different to international cricket that sometimes you could even, like, you won't be wrong in calling this a fourth format. It is
yeah,
T20, but it isn't also. It is a beast of its own. The impact player, for example, the way that you know so in international cricket, dew does not play such a big part in T20s as much as it does in IPL cricket, right? Because cricket is played all over the world, and every place has different like environment and different things to consider. But in IPL, if it's a day game, the ball's going to turn more. If it's
yeah.
a day night game, the ball is going to hold
Get
up,
wet
like,
at some point.
yeah, it's going to get wet. So there's so much of a Bollywood factor. Even today, the cameraman shows more than the 11 players that are celebrities on the field. So 22 celebrities on the field. They show more celebrities on the ground that are there and cheering on the match, right? So you can spot more of these celebrities. There's so much money in the game. Can you
I feel
imagine, like, 120 crores get split between roughly 20 players per team per season? This much money. I mean, yes, okay. In one podcast, I think a famous person, I won't name him for to avoid controversy, came out and said that India may you have to bribe. This is a accepting. You have to accept it if you want to grow your business. Like, bribery karna padega. In that same breath, I would say that if you set up a product like this, I will not say that taking money from the public and absconding is right. It's not. But when in return you're giving us such a product, I will take it. I'm not sure about others, but I will take it.
Very, very controversial. Iska reel kaat saale. No, I'm the.
I have a good analogy about this. Okay, now we say Lalit Modi made the IPL the way it is and everything, but I feel somehow he got the idea up, taking the idea from the leagues that happens, in different sports altogether, like football and all of this, Major League Baseball and all of that. He took the idea and made it happen. Obviously, he set it up, but what happened after he set it up is completely goes to the stakeholders of IPL, the players, the owners, the management, every one of them. And honestly, even let's say a Brendan McCullum in the first game of the IPL against RCB hitting that 158, sometimes
Exactly.
even that's a stakeholder to make it the way it is.
I also feel like Lalit Modi was a lot less worried about offending people. Like nowadays with the IPL teams, they all tiptoe a little bit
It's
and all
also
that.
like this,
Lalit Modi, a Pakistani player ko bulao, black and gold में KKR में उनको लगाओ. Just enjoy everything, have a baller time, that kind of
he
thing.
didn't
After
have to
that,
say Pakistan
IPL's
players
kind
to
of
pull out.
sobered down.
They were coming generally anyway to India, and we are going
It
there. It's all
sobered down. I'm saying after Lalit Modi exited, IPL kind of sobered down. It
it's
became a
like
little bit
this.
more like,
Okay,
okay, we're going to play cricket
it's like
also.
Yograj Singh taking all credit for Yuvraj Singh. Now that's not right because he
Bro,
conceived the child.
it's
The
like
child was
Yuvraj Singh
born.
taking all the credit for Abhishek Sharma. It's a generational thing, Surya,
Exactly. The
apparently.
thing is, you you might have trained Yuvraj when you were small, which was fine. You conceive the child. Whatever the child does after that, and you still want to take credit to it, you can because morally you're still in the right, but logically you're just way off thinking
Yeah,
about it.
man. Like, yeah,
Way
it's
off.
just, it's not right.
And
But it's
also, right
okay.
now, IPL is adult. It's been 18 years, 19 years. IPL is adult. Let the boy
Yeah,
go and
man.
soar.
IPL is older than Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Just saying.
Yeah. Now, if after being adult you still take credit for your child or
But
something, that's not
Vaibhav
right,
Suryavanshi is bolder. Oh,
bro.
yo.
Even though Vaibhav kind of sucked the last few games, like tonight is playing against my team, I still have this small bit of fear thinking, what if he unleashes?
Bro, if I was in your place, I would have more than a small bit of fear. because
Yeah, he saw
he
Hinge. He
gets
saw
through
Hinge.
10
He
balls
saw.
and it's nightmare.
Hinge might not
Yes.
even get a chance to play tonight. So
Yeah, I don't.
exactly,
I
we
don't
were
think Hinge will
talking
play
about
today. I don't think Hinge will play today.
exactly. That's the problem of plenty we have right now.
That being said, Pat Cummins against Suryavanshi is a matchup I want to watch. Actually, with that, let's come out to our final segment of the day. We will talk about what we're looking forward to over the next week, and finally, we'll go through comments if there are any. Okay, let's start with Vaibhav. Vaibhav, what are you looking forward to next week?
I'm looking forward to less heartbreak because from everything I've read, there is only one KKR match this week, so which is
Yes.
tomorrow. So until next Friday, there is hopefully going to be just one heartbreak and one loss for KKR. Um,
Yeah. RCB has
so
two games next week. So yeah,
yeah, but with
eventually we have
RCB
a.
you can be hopeful. Despite the win in the last match, I don't have the daring to be hopeful
They are
about
going
it.
against LSD, so it might be fun. Like it could be. So okay, I'm sorry for whoever's a fan of RR and LSD, but bro, that game was just about who sucked more. Like who could perform worse as a team as a whole. So you guys are going up against LSG with KKR. It's gonna be
Can
fun.
I can I
They're not in a
just
great place.
say that more and more from what I've been observing in the IPL, it is teams that we make one small blunder that takes the game away from them. It's
Yeah,
no longer about winning small patches. You have to be on top of your game for a very long time. Yesterday, Kohli was dropped at zero. How much did Kohli make?
81.
Again and again, and this that is just one example. We can look at every match and you can point out
Point out
examples like
one
that.
or two catches which could have changed everything. Yeah.
And I mean, Chennai has dropped the most amount of catches, and there was a reason why they were at the bottom of the table next to KKR for a long period.
Yeah.
Mumbai
Does
has
anybody
had,
else feel happy?
apart from that one splendid innings by Tilak Verma where he scored 101. Can you point out? Okay, again, Quinton de Kock made 112. Those two innings aside, can you point out any one innings by a Mumbai Indians player or even a collection of innings that put them to a strong position in any match? I don't think that
Ramsey,
happened.
first match.
But again, so they did not win. So,
They won the first game.
They won their first
okay,
game against KKR,
yeah,
right?
fair,
Yeah,
fair, fair.
yeah,
Against KKR. But are you counting that as a win? Like, after beating KKR?
yeah.
They barely have
Also,
two,
in
three
that
wins.
game,
So
in that
what
game,
is what
Riley
do you mean I
Rickleton
can't
came
count?
out. In that game, Riley Rickleton came out on a weird this thing and hit like the same
Ryan
amount as
Rickelton
Virat.
and
It's
Rohit
crazy.
Sharma, both of them hit like
Yeah,
it's like a
yeah.
more than
That was a good partnership.
140 partnership.
And that is what made the season promising. It is everything since then. Like they have
Bro, the
consistently
first
just
match
gotten
was
worse.
so good that everyone instantly put Mumbai in top four. The first match itself, and everyone are like the strongest Mumbai team. Like that's how they spoke about it.
But the three of us are
224.
so good that we had Mumbai in our top four even before the tournament began.
First match.
And now
Yeah,
look
so
at where
No, I'll tell
Mumbai.
you why I put it. I put it because every team plays 11 people. Mumbai plays with extra people. So I'm thinking the extra benefit will happen to Mumbai. They somehow reach there. So
Yes,
that was
Mumbai plays
my
with at
thinking.
least 14.
Yeah, so that was my thinking. But see, we got Punjab and RCB right in top two, all three of us. So there is that thing. At this point of time, I want to talk about the predictions we've done regarding the other things, like lowest total, fair play, and everything. I just want to read out our predictions again to
this
just
is gonna be
see
really
how
bad.
far we have come or how fucking how fucked up we're gonna be. So
For context, viewers, so before IPL season started, all three
okay,
of
yeah,
us gave
there's
our
no-
predictions. So that it in different aspects. So who's going to be the highest scorer, who's going to be the lowest, who's going to be the top four. We had all of this written out before the season started. So what Suri's going to read out was actually decided way back 15th, 16th of
Yeah,
March,
I
I
think it
think,
was
before
No,
the IPL.
27th of
finalized on
March.
the 26th of March, one day before the
27th
Yeah,
of
IPL.
March we decided because it was a day before IPL, basically.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so first thing we decided was each of us will pick out the team who's going to win the IPL. And Mino says PK, which is Punjab Kings, which is, to be honest, right up there, right up
yeah,
there. And second
Actually,
is
they have the best chance right now.
yeah, and Manny says RCB, which is also the best. I'll
yeah,
tell
right up.
you, it's better than Punjab in my opinion because RCB has lost a couple of games. That means they've seen a dip, a small dip, and also they came back up. That means they are used to this now. Because
Yeah,
Punjab
yeah,
hasn't lost
totally.
anything, they might just falter towards the business end, and which is might not be a good thing. Anyway, I say SRH again, dark horses, so there still might be a chance. Okay, so we also have the boys predicting team with purple cap holder. So that means we predict not the player, but which team the player is from. And Mino says KKR, which might still happen. You never know. And
Mm.
Manny says Mumbai Indians.
Bro, the first Mumbai Indians bowler that's on the purple cap list currently is AM Gazanfar, Allah Gazanfar, at 13.
Mm.
The
Well,
first bowler from MI.
hey, I'm okay. I say GT. At least this Presid who's in the vicinity over there, so which is a
Yeah,
little close.
very close.
Okay, so far we are okay. And now orange cap holder, the team. Mino says GT. Manny says RCB. Currently,
Manny could have just said Virat because Manny had only one name.
currently Manny is not wrong because RCB Virat
Virat.
Kohli has the orange cap,
But
and
even
I
I'm not
say
wrong because Gill has played one less match.
yeah,
So
yeah,
GT is
True,
one less match.
doesn't matter.
true.
End of the day, it's most number of runs, not the amount of matches,
Yeah,
not
so
the
it's going
average.
to be evened out now. It's going to be 14 matches for both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah,
Gill
he's coming back.
already
He's coming back.
didn't play one match, so he's going to play 13 matches anyway.
Yeah.
And now RCB going into the top four, they'll play more matches. Let's say qualifying one and finals if they have to play, they play
But you
a
are
couple more
also
matches.
close. So
I
Abhishek
put
Sharma is
SRH,
right up there, bro. He's number two.
Klassen and Abhishek, so not bad. This is fun. Points for picking team number 10, the last spot in the table. Mino, KKR. What a
KKR. Me no knew before the season began.
Man is also
yes.
close. I feel Manny can win as well because he put LSG. LSG has a good chance the way they're playing. And this is where I kind of fucked up putting RR. Hey, RR can lose all the matches from
Suri
now
did
on.
not see Suryavanshi coming.
But they might lose all the matches from now on. They can still be at the bottom. You never know.
True,
Fair,
true,
fair.
Okay, Fair Play
true.
Award, which is can be anyone right now. Mino says GT. Manny says CSK. I say SRH. I don't think any of us are in the top three or four
Guess
in
who's
Fair Play.
leading? Guess who's leading? Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Yeah.
With Hardik
If
Pandya
you
as a brand
cannot pay
ambassador for
for the
peace.
points, if you cannot pay for the see, Ambani is like, listen, I need tax benefit. These
Boys,
5,000 crores have to go somewhere.
sorry, sorry. Explain to me. Mumbai Indians has not just won 10 points per match in fair play. There have been instances where they have won 11 out of 10 points.
11.
Can you explain how they win a bonus point in fair play?
See, I'll
Ambani
tell you
comes to
why.
the umpire, he's like, "Yele."
I'll tell you why. Imagine you give a point to each of the players. Impact players coming and doing some nice impact. Nice impact. So I'll give you a point, extra point.
Arey, but max point is 10 only, na? How are you getting 11th point?
It's MI, bro.
Crazy.
It's MI. There are things. Anyway, last one. We have the points for the lowest score of the season. Bino says RR. They were getting there in the SRH game. Manny says DC. They might still get there. I say GT, and right now GT has the lowest one.
Yeah,
Oh,
And
yeah.
Mumbai was close, 103 all out. They're very close.
very close. Yeah.
But I feel with the collapses that might happen with pressure, there might be another team which is going to be less than 100.
Yeah, you never know with this. This could even change in the final. You don't know.
Hmm.
Um, Suri,
Yep.
this is directed towards you. After the initial few games, where we
Hmm.
definitely saw catching blunders, so umpiring blunders in terms of catches, what do you think of the umpiring and third umpiring in the
If there
past
was a
couple of
fair play award for umpires, they would be at the end.
If
Number 10.
you noticed, the amount of international umpires have dropped drastically this year. If you noticed, there are barely any international umpires. You have to pick out maybe once in every 3 4 matches there are like this or international umpires, but especially the third umpires as well and fourth umpires, they have all been Indians. So I don't know if this is a move to make Indian umpires get more chances or something, but I feel that also it has to be a good balance between Indian umpire and the foreign umpire with experience. So I don't know. I think because of that factor, there have been certain things that which have been overlooked. So what I feel is umpiring this year has been like really bad. But they have the pressure now to. I've seen a couple of times when even third on-field umpire didn't ask for a review in terms of the catches and all of that. They've taken third umpire themselves have taken it to themselves and they're just reviewing all of that. So I think there's been enough pressure for these umpires to do the right thing, but honestly, not the standard expected.
But bro, how many places will Illingworth be? Like, he can't be in all matches. I
There are
wish
more.
Illingworth was there in all matches. One of my favorite
but
umpires. He's always fair. He's always
But
on point.
there are a lot more foreign
there are a
umpires.
lot
You
more,
know that,
yeah.
right? Yeah, it's not just Illingworth or all of this. There's a lot of other foreign umpires. I don't know whether the contract, I don't know what's happening. They want to see IPL is not a kind of league where they want to reduce money or spend less. They'll spend aram. But I think they're just trying to empower Indian umpires because we also had four, if I'm not wrong, 4 or 5 new umpires this IPL, along with remember 2008 under 19 player of the match. He's now an umpire,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
who
I
played
saw
along with Kohli.
yesterday, day before yesterday. I saw.
Yeah, who played along with Kohli. He's also now the umpire, which is fine. New umpires is not bad. But thing is, I just feel it should be a good mix and match, of experience and the new one, so that even new ones learn.
Yeah, yeah.
And certain umpires are in every game. I don't know how they're traveling every single day.
Michael
Yes.
Goff, Chris Gaffney, Holdstock. These are all like big names, and like this would also be like taxing on them also, dude. It's like daily travel. These are not young men.
I know, yeah. They travel and everything. I don't know. Let's see.
Then there's also Nitin Menon, so I'm like, Mare.
Okay, what are your predictions for tonight's game?
Oh, okay. Let's come to predictions. Predictions is good. Okay. So let's start with Webber. Web, do you want to go first or should I?
Yeah, sure. I'm happy to go first.
Go for it. Go for it.
So we have Delhi versus Punjab, and I think Punjab is unbeaten. I don't see them losing, to be very
Not to
honest.
Delhi. Not to Delhi. But
Yeah.
you never know.
So you never know. You never know in IPL, but I don't see logically things beyond logic happen in cricket. So that happens. That happens. But logically, I don't see them losing. So that is
Logically, things happen without logic in cricket. I'll
yeah,
remember that line. Put it on your
yeah.
tombstone. Nice. I'm also supporting. I'm actually going to go against you and go Delhi. I'm hoping for an upset. As an RCB fan, I hope Punjab faces a couple of losses as well. So it's kind of personal.
So that they'll
So yeah.
they'll perform right at the peak stage. Nice of Manny. Punjab lose 1 or 2 games now. They go to qualify, then they'll keep
I
winning
mean, we
over
faced
there.
them last year also, but and we have the same team. We'll be okay.
The confidence.
But Punjab seems better, no?
Yeah, Punjab Kings has the better squad 100%. I'm just hoping because see, we all felt like Rajasthan was screwed when Lucknow came to bat, and then we were like, no wait, Lucknow is here like
I'll tell
self-emulating.
you one thing about Punjab. Shreyas Iyer and Ricky Ponting, they won't lose twice.
Oof, oof. Yeah, man.
They don't lose twice.
And
Yeah,
They
yeah.
Punjab
come
is
back
my pick
strong.
to win the tournament, so I'm
You
going
need
over.
you need a juggernaut like RCB in the opposition to really like give them a run for their money.
Nice.
Yeah, your predictions then, Mani?
I think DC for the day game and Sunrisers for the night game. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
Sunrise is
Pat
confirmed.
Cummins is gonna come roaring back. The lion is back in his den, and it's gonna be fun.
Lion is back in his den. Yes, sir. It's
Yes,
gonna be a fun
sir.
game. It's gonna be a fun, cute game.
What
Let's
about
see.
you, Webji? What do you think for RRSRH?
No, no, I think it's firmly SRH.
Yeah,
I think RR is going to dip from here. And I I have a very strong feeling that RR won't qualify.
same, same,
So
same. I don't see them qualifying. I see them being competitive, of course, like somewhere around fifth, sixth, seventh kind of place. But I don't see them going in the top four.
so
Yep.
that being said, I know for it's not a fact, but I know that SRH is going to come back strong.
Yes.
So and you see Ishan Malinga being the top of the wicket taking board. Abhishek
Also,
Sharma back in form.
Abhishek matches up with Jofra like nothing else. Like
Yeah,
nobody hits Jofra Archer better than Abhishek Sharma. At least I haven't seen a guy hit him harder.
yeah. So
Interesting.
I don't see SRH losing, and that's like my honest prediction. RR, it is interesting to see RR because they have young talent. They have Jurel, they have Suryavanshi, they have Jaiswal. So they have.
Surya, he literally coughed at Suryavanshi. He's worried.
Same.
But can you imagine that
Still,
in the Suryavanshi Jaiswal partnership, they say Jaiswal is the more experienced pro, but he's 25 years old. There's so many international players who have made their debut after 26, 27, 28 and have made a name. Jaiswal is 25. By any standards, he's a young professional in terms of cricket. But in this pairing, he's the experienced pro. And he is
yeah.
10 years the more experienced pro. So he's 10 years the senior, but
Mm.
still, I would say he's a kid. So for me, Rajasthan is still very inexperienced, and I would
Mm.
like to see how they perform once they're put under pressure.
I think every team is facing the pressure now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I also
Everyone's
want to talk about the other games that are coming up for the rest of the week. So we've got CSK versus Gujarat and LSG versus KKR tomorrow. Then we've got RC versus Delhi, Punjab Kings RR, Mumbai Indians versus SRH, Gujarat versus RCB, and RR versus DC before we meet next week. So, what are you guys looking forward to? Who are your top three players to watch out for this week? Who do you think is going to perform?
Should I go first?
my
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, sorry. So you were going, you go.
no, nice. Okay. In terms of bowlers, I feel Saqib Hussain.
Yeah.
He's bowled 78 deliveries so far. Haven't considered a six. So I feel he can be one of the bowlers who will
That's a
shine.
good record so far.
Yeah, it's good record so far. And the other bowlers, I feel because right now also the spinners, we discussed a lot of the spinners. So I feel Bishnoi will come back. He started well, a small dip, but I feel he's going to come back from that. And the third bowler, I feel, is Nattu.
Oh,
If you notice the last two games, he bowled the penultimate over, and he gave first other match he gave 4 runs. The last match he gave only 5 runs, and where the other team was smashing, and he comes to bowl penultimate over, which is one of the toughest overs to bowl, and he's just given 4 or 5 runs, and consistent, not even like one time. So these three bowlers I'm looking forward to. Batters, I feel Abhishek, because he's being more mature now. So this is a new Abhishek who feels he needs to bat longer. He's thinking very calculated approach. So I feel Abhishek Sharma will be the batter, the new 2.0, if you talk about it, 2.0. And second batter I'm looking forward to is Suryavanshi because setbacks at this young age, I want to see how he reacts. I want him to think, outthink the bowler, and also think for himself, and also understand the fact that if Abhishek Sharma can do a 2.0, So does Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Even he can do a mature innings if he wants to. Think about that. And also, I would want to see Finn Allen come back to KKR because I feel this guy can do like a
Somebody
fastest.
shoot Rahane. No, I'm kidding.
This guy can do a fast if he wants to, man. To be
Yeah,
honest.
man. Yeah.
So you need to give certain players certain chance, and when a team is not doing that well, it's time to bring out the big guns you paid big money for. What's the point of keeping them in the hut? So
Exactly.
these three matters, and yeah, in terms of the teams, I don't think LSG GT will improve. I
Yeah,
feel
no. I think
uh,
LSD and GT are both gonna have a
the
bad
dip
week.
RR also. I feel the dip is going to be a long dip. So yeah, the other teams I'm confident. I want to see how Punjab is going to fare from now on. So yeah, these are my looking forward points for the next week.
Nice, nice. What about you, Vaibhav?
I'm looking forward to Cameron Green. Oh, sorry, you were talking about it.
Bro, Cameron Green is not looking forward to Cameron Green, but nice of you.
No, no. So, in all honesty, I'm actually looking forward to seeing what KL Rahul is going to do, because KL Rahul this season has shown signs that he is up to something big, but those signs are like coming
Hmm.
on and off. So, I want to see what KL can do, and you never know, something might happen today.
Hmm.
Another player is Shreyas Iyer that I'm looking forward to again showing up in this match. So I know these two are batters and are like the mainstays, but for my own personal reasons, I always love Rishabh Pant. So about him, and as
Hmm.
far as bowling is concerned, I am looking forward to Ravi Bishnoi, leg spinner. I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to Rashid Khan, leg spinner, and
Hmm.
I am looking forward to Varun Chakravarti, mystery leg spinner, however you want to call him. So these guys, I think, as the tournament is now going along, they have all of them have things to prove. Bishnoi wants to come back to the team. Rashid Khan has not been in the best of form, and
Hmm.
Varun Chakravarti, we all know the kind of curve he's been on lately. Like
Hmm.
from the right at the top of the table in ICC
Hmm.
ranking to not getting a wicket in so long. So
Yeah.
these three guys are what I'm looking forward to. What about you,
Um,
Manny?
I'm
Many.
actually I'm looking forward to matches as such. So I'm looking forward to Punjab Kings versus Rajasthan, which is happening on Tuesday. Because I think it's a first and a third clash. It's going to be really high powered. I think it's going to boil down to, because it's happening in Punjab, it's going to boil down to who's going to hit the bigger batter sixes, and I think it's going to be a fun game. The other game I'm really looking forward to is Mumbai Indians versus Sunrisers. Again, a really good matchup happening with Sunrisers being where they are, playing the way they're playing. I'm expecting like a big score because Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan, the core of SRH has faced most of Mumbai. Like,
Yeah.
talk about like Bumrah, talk about like Santner, whoever you want to bring in, right? So I think, and this is also your second clash, right, Suri, with Mumbai this season?
First.
First, okay, cool. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm definitely something I'm looking forward to. The players that I'm looking forward to, KL Rahul definitely on my list. Want to see him do well. I also feel like you feel personal love for KL Rahul, Bangalore boy, and he's got like everything behind him. So yeah, I like it. I'm a supporter of KL Rahul. I like him. That's my dog.
Bruno is like no. How dare you say something about KL
Bruno
Rahul like that?
disagreed with KL Rahul.
He's like not our guy.
Yeah, man. Anyway,
Uh,
but okay, and the last but not the least, I am definitely looking at RCB versus Delhi, because Virat in Delhi at Firozshah Kotla, or what is it called now, Rajiv Gandhi? No.
Yeah, it's
What's the
Rajiv.
Delhi ground called now?
Arun Jaitley.
Arun Jaitley. Yeah. So yeah, it's happening at his home. It's gonna be really really fun. Um, from now on, I think RCB is not playing in Chinnaswamy. Chinnaswamy last game was last night. So I'm a little saddened, but I'm hoping Raipur brings in new stuff for us. So yeah, looking forward to
We
that.
haven't gone to a home game this season, Manas.
First time in a very long time I haven't gone to a home game. Sorry guys, I've been busy. We've all actually been busy. Family matters. Anyway, With that, I would like to call this show to a close unless anybody has any comments or anything extra they want to read out or talk about.
No,
Nothing.
also remember from last time there's been one loyal follower who's been
Yes,
commenting
we love
on
you,
our
Nikhil.
YouTube, Nikhil as well, but also Abhi19191, who's
Oh.
been commenting nice things. And he said last week that we are the best part of his week. So that's nice.
Yeah, man. Abhi, that comment literally made sure we came back this week. So keep leaving us comments like that. And other than that, follow Cricket Scrapbook on YouTube. Leave a comment down below if you want a topic that you want to be discussed about the IPL. We'll talk about your favorite teams. We'll talk about
Also,
your personal life. We'll talk about your finance
before
issues,
all
your
of you
banking.
ask, Vaibhav and Manas both are committed. They have girlfriends. So all the girls, just please don't.
No, I'm chilling. Anyway, I'm gonna get beaten up now. Anyway,
Exactly.
leave a comment down below. Give this video a like. This has been Trash Talk with Cricket Scrapbook. Subscribe to the Cricket Scrapbook channel. Have a great weekend, and as usual, have a great life ahead, guys. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Cheers.